Welcome back to the up and down matches. We are down to our final 3 standard matches of the night. Kaldor, what do you got to say?
Well, we have like 3 different scenarios with 3-way ties, but well, let's assume just for the moment that we have that the trend continues of the day, that Killer loses his next match against Happy, who has been looking really strong today, whereas Killer didn't win a single map so far. If Happy wins now, he advances to Codes, that's a given. And if Vampire wins his match against Creator later on, he will advance as well. Happy and Vampire being the only 2 players that have 3 wins, so if they win their matches, they will advance and we don't have a tie or anything like it. But if Happy now wins this game and advances to Codes, and Creator takes the game against Vampire later on, we will have a 3-way tie. And in this scenario, we will basically have a 3-way tie situation between Creator, Vampire, and the winner of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Supernova. Yep. There's also a different scenario if Happy loses against Killer right now, but yeah, today it's actually a little bit complicated.
It is going to be pretty complicated. It's hard to say who's going to come out of here. If the record continues, obviously Happy and Vampire, they both win, they advance. And so far they both have the best records, so I'd say they have a pretty good chance of advancing. Happy has to beat Killer and put him down 0-5. And that's going to be our first match here. He certainly can do it. If Killer continues the record he's on right now, I don't see him winning.
This is actually one of the closest groups that I've ever seen, which also makes it really hard to calculate things on the spot right now, because this is a 6-player group and we have 5 players who still have a shot here. It's pretty crazy. I can't really remember if we ever had that. I don't think so, to be honest with you.
I cannot think of a single time where that's happened. Map is loaded. It is Antigua Shipyard. Happy, he wants a win. He wants that Codes spot. Will Killer be able to deny him initially here? This is the GSL Up and Downs for Season 4 of 2012.
Well, and here we go to the bottom of the map. We currently have our LGIM player. He is 3-1 in the group, and if he takes a win here, he will advance to Codes. His ID is...
LGIM Happy.
Not happy yet till he gets that final win that he needs for Codes.
To the top of the map, we have his opponent. It's a little bit harsh, but to be honest with you, so far he was a punching ball of this group.
Yeah.
Killer not winning a single map so far. Maybe he can win one against his Terran opponent right now. The idea of the Complexity Gamer is...
Complexity Killer.
Really struggling, a group full of the worst matchup for him, which is PvP, and also just not winning his other match. He's got 1 shot left to come out of this group with at least 1 win. Otherwise, he may have to change his ID to Killed.
Yeah, that's right. The thing is that for Killer, this is of course also very demotivating. I mean, yes, he will give his best in order to make this work, but on the other hand, he knows that there is nothing on the line but pride for him anymore.
Yeah. And, you know, he talked about it in chat. He felt like there was no way for him to get out of this group. And he continued to express, you know, how unfortunate he feels that this situation is for him right now. Before this game even started, he's not happy about it, of course. He will attempt to scout here, the SCV for the blocker. It's too late, so he actually will be able to get in. If he wanted to, he could lock him out, but decides not to, as the probe does get into the main base. We'll see the gas. We'll see how Killer responds.
Right now the scout's just going off here, and we are now on a map where, of course, Blinkstalker pushes are really, really strong. Against Terran, you can do quite a good job here with all the surface area that you have, as long as you have an observer to give you vision onto the high ground. But Happy, on the other hand, so far, he actually has gas right now. So let's see what exactly Happy is going to do here. Actually, if we're going into this game, I expected him more to go into a normal expansion.
Same here, but with this strategy, Killer is likely not going to go Blinkstalkers because it could be cloaked Banshees with gas. If you move Blinkstalkers against that, oftentimes you lose. 2 racks aggressive play is what we're going to see from Happy. Now, in what form we'll see that, how many SCVs he pulls, if he pulls them at all, is something that I'm really curious about. You got to, in 2010, And in the later stages of the beta, you basically, this opening was the standard against Protoss because it allowed you to be aggressive, but it could hold almost any type of push or all-in the Protoss had to offer. But nowadays, people really found out how to make the 1-Rax expand work. And to see a build like this is quite aggressive. This is something that Killer does not yet know about. He's going to try to double scout here with the probe, but he's going to be denied. Happy's not going to let him see what's going on.
It actually surprises me a little bit to see this from Happy.
He actually lets the probe see what's going on as well, which is really surprising once more.
Yeah, he doesn't deny the scout, and now, well, Killer has at least a little bit of a glimpse of what's going on here. The Marauders are being built now, though. And with the thing is that you can actually defend this if you place down force fields really well. The problem, of course, always being that the the choke point is really, really wide on this map.
Something to consider as well is that allowing the probe to see this reactor may make Killer think there's a factory back there. Because if he didn't see anything at all, he'd be like, well, I don't know. But now he sees the reactor. Reactor oftentimes does mean factory. So Killer doesn't know too much with this. He just knows, okay, he did use that gas. The
biggest question right now, is he sneaking past the watchtower? Is he running right into the middle? So far, there is, well, he's going straight into the middle. He shows exactly what's going on.
Yeah, he's just going to show it. The Zealot wants to get out of here. Gets out.
Yeah. Stim is not done just yet, but he could have just snuck past the watchtower.
Yeah, and now he knows that Killer knows, because he sees the Zealot running away. He's like, I've been spotted. The production is not set up, though. And no SCVs with this, actually just one. And he will be able to bunker the Nexus. This is going to force Killer off the ramp. His warp gates are just now finished. If he had this warp in, he may be able to deny it. He's going to try to force his way down.
Sees the expansion. I'm not quite sure if he can really pull this off. Yes, this is a lot of firepower, but now the gateways are done. He warps in the unit. Stim is, well, not even halfway
down. Yeah, not
even
halfway done. There's no way, actually. And he's going to try to make the bunker. He's got multiple SCVs now. If he waits a little bit longer, that next warp-in is going to be ready for Killer. He's got the supply available. Targets down the SCV. This is not looking good for Happy so far.
Yeah, not at all. Now he pulls a lot of units. Now we have the pain train coming across the map.
He needs these units, and Killer, though, he's got so many force fields available, he will be able to buy so much time at the top of this ramp. Stim is going to be his concern, though.
He's waiting for Stim right now, isn't he? No, he's not. He's moving in.
I cannot believe he didn't force field.
No force fields. He's moving up, and here come the bunkers. Warps in additional 3 Stalkers, and Stim is still not done, but here comes the army. Oh, tries to take down the sentry. Boom, the first one is gone.
Very patient control here by Happy, but Killer, on the other hand, is microing quite nicely. He needs another force field to deny these Marauders, and he drops it. Catches these Marines. The bunker is getting dangerously close, though, and Stim is also almost done.
Stim is also done.
He's targeting the SCV.
No energy for additional force field. The SCV is not dead yet.
Oh, he's got 2 SCVs here. Oh, he needs to target that bunker with the SCV, and he does. It finishes.
Oh my god, and the Stalkers are nearly gone.
Stands here for high ground vision.
Stim nearly completed. Now it's done.
It's done, and he's going to wait to use it now. He uses it.
Perfect spot to take down the probes. Has to walk back, though. Mineral walk by the probes. Most of them are now in trouble. The bunker is still holding strong, and Marauder being surrounded and killed. But 19 workers killed already by Happy. Looking really good for the Terran player here.
Yeah, he can just jump right into that bunker with his Marines. The lower hit points units here actually decides to go with the Marauders instead, though.
And it looks like Killer is losing the last game as well, or is he? He is looking at a really tough spot now. 11 Harvesters against 22 and the Mule. If this expansion dies, the game is over. Yeah. Still units being rallied across the map.
He targets the Immortal! It can't run, the Stalkers block it! Oh, the Marines!
And the Marauder dies, and the Immortal dies.
Immortal is gone, the Nexus is going down, and Killer does not have enough minerals to reproduce units. Look at the production tab. Happy, even though he sacrificed a lot of SCVs with this, is still able to produce. This is something that Killer cannot afford. Nexus is about to go down.
Happy is on his way to Codas. The Nexus, it is going to die. And Killer, he takes his last stand, trying to move in, but we still have Marines left. Units rallied across the map are joining the fight. And this is it. Killer is losing the last map as well. Didn't win a single map today. His Nexus dies, and so his hopes of at least winning 1 map today.
GG.
Welcome to Codas.
Yeah, he's made it all the way around to the 4 before. Now he's back. See what he can do this season. Looking pretty good in this up and down match. Killer, on the other hand, with a very disappointing performance, will have to go home today and Except the fact that he's 0-5.
And right now, this puts us in a situation where everything depends on Creator and Vampire.
Which begs the question, will Yu-Gi-Oh! And Supernova be skipped?
From experience, I would say no. If you approach it logically, I would say it makes the most sense. Because the reason being is Supernova and Yu-Gi-Oh! Both won against Creator, but both of them lost to Vampire. So if Vampire wins the next game, then there won't be a tie situation, as Vampire will be on 4-1 and therefore advance Super S. But if he loses to Creator, we will have a three-way tie between Creator, Vampire, and the winner of Supernova against Yu-Gi-Oh!
Well, we're going to have the match played regardless. Map is Ohana.
So if Creator loses against Vampire, this game is completely pointless.
Yep.
But if Creator wins against Vampire, this game is going to be important, and we will have it first. Ohana is the map, Yu-Gi-Oh! Against Supernova, Zerg versus Terran at the GSL up and downs with Power on Wolves.